previously we have already studied with respect to the speed, displacement, distance, acceleration and all with respect to the theoretical aspects. So in this video we will know about the graphical representation with respect to velocity, displacement, time and acceleration. So this consists of three derivations. So before that we will learn about certain time graphs with respect to velocity. So going on to the slide. So here it's given as graphical representation of motions. So what is distance time graph? Distance with respect to time. So here distance time graph is time taken on x-axis. So time taken on x-axis and distance is taken on y-axis. So you can see time is taken on x-axis, distance is taken on y-axis, and you can see that all the quantities along the x-axis and dependent quantities are on the y-axis. So here it represents our uniform speed. So what is speed? Speed is distance by time. This graph represents non-uniform speed with respect to the distance and time, and it's stationary. There's no movement here with respect to distance and time. So moving on to the next one. So it's velocity time graph. So velocity time graph is with respect to uniform acceleration. So you can see x-axis is given by time and y-axis with respect to the velocity. Here there is a straight movement, so it's uniform acceleration. Acceleration is uniform here. So it is represented as a is equal to v by t. So that is velocity by time taken. And next comes the non-uniform acceleration. You can see with respect to time there is a difference in acceleration with respect to the velocity. And you can see the last one, it is a uniform motion or there is no acceleration at all with respect to time and velocity. So moving on to the equations with respect to the motion by graphical methods. The first one we will understand about velocity time relation. So we need to derive as v is equal to u plus at. So let's see here that this x-axis gives the time and y-axis with respect to the velocity as we have seen it before. So you can see here that, so you have drawn an imaginary line. So you will be saying A, O, C, D, B and E. So you can see here that you can see an imaginary line drawn here and it forms a trapezium. So coming on to the derivation now. So what you need to get, it is finally you need to get v is equal to u plus at. So here you can see that OA is already given as u. So OA is also equal to CD. So CD also is equal to u. Next comes OE is also equal to CB, which is equal to the velocity, that is v. Now comes the time. So OC is equal to AD, so it is equal to T. So AD and OC are with respect to time T. So then what is BD? So BD is equal to BC. So BD is equal to BC minus DC, that is with respect to change in velocity. So what is AD? AD is parallel to what? So AD you can see it is parallel to OC. So you can see that BC, where is BC? Here it is BC is equal to BD plus DC. Yes, BD plus DC gives rise to BC. So you can see that it is BD plus OA. So it is BD plus OA and you can see that BC is equal to V. So where is BC? BC is equal to velocity v and OA is equal to u. So what we get now? BD is equal to v minus u. So BC you have C put here. So BC is v and BD plus DC is u. So BD is equal to v minus u. So in velocity time graph, slope gives with respect to the acceleration. You can see here A is equal to acceleration is what? BD by AD. So BD, where is BD? BD by AD. So BD by AD, velocity by time. So that is equal to BD by OC. So it's also equal to BD by OC. So you can see that OC is with respect to time, as we have told before, we get A is equal to BD by T. So BD is equal to, cross multiply it, BD is equal to AT. So substituting, you might have seen the equation 2, we will substitute in equation 1, we will get BD is equal to V minus U. So what is BD? So BD is 80, so is equal to V minus U. Thus V is equal to U plus 80. So coming on to the next derivation, it is with respect to equation of position time relation that we have seen previously with respect to position time graph. So the same trapezium we will be drawing, and with the same graph we will be proving it. And let us assume, what we are going to assume, that let S be the distance travelled by a particular object. So time, that is T. T is the time with respect to T is given. A is with respect to uniform acceleration that you have previously seen with the derivation 1. So distance travelled by object is given by the area enclosed with OA-BC. Where is OA, B and C, which is in the graph. So we will take it as distance travelled by object, yes, is OA. So OA, B and C. So what is OABC? So OABC, you can see that there is a rectangle and a triangle here. So you can see that what is the area of a rectangle? It is OADC plus area of a triangle, that is ABD. So continuing it with, we can see that OA into OC equal to half AD into BD they have given. So you need to correct it here as OA into OC plus half AD into BD. So here we can see that OA is already given as U. So substitute here, OA is equal to U. OC is AD. So what is OC here? Time. With respect to AD also, then AD is also time T. And BD already we have seen previously, it is AT. So now you will be substituting here to get S is equal to UT. So it is OA is U. So OC is what? It is T. So UT plus half AD is again T into BD is AT. So you have got it. So S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So coming on to the next equation or derivation with respect to position velocity relation. So you will have the same graph. So here again you have the S. S is distance travelled by the object. T is in with respect to time T, and A is moving with uniform acceleration. S is the area enclosed by trapezium OABC. So now you need to write here. So previously we have S is equal to UT plus half AT square. The same thing you will be substituting here. S is equal to OA plus BC. So S is equal to OA plus BC into OC by 2. So you can see here OA is again here U, you will substitute here. BC is V. So BC it's given as V and OC is T. So now we will be substituting all these U, V and T. So S is equal to U plus V into T by 2. So continuing the slope here, you can see that T is equal to V minus U by A. So T is equal to V minus U by A from the graph. So this is represented as equation 2. Now you will substitute the value of T. So this T value V minus U by A you will substitute in equation 1. So what you will be getting here, S is equal to U plus V by 2 into T. It is T you will be writing V minus U by A. So you will be getting S is equal to V square minus U square by 2A. So finally V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So thus it is proved. So all the three derivations you need to practice at home regularly, and which will help you out with solving the problems. So next, going on to uniform circular motion. So you can see here the fan. So it has a uniform circular motion. So what is uniform circular motion? It is the direction of speed, that is the velocity changes with respect to every movement. You might have seen that you might increase the speed or decrease the speed with respect to the regulator of the fan, and you can see that it is a uniform circular motion. So when an object moves in a circular path with uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. So here you can see that. So what is this? So it is a giant wheel. So in uniform circular motion, speed of the object, so object speed will remain always constant, but its velocity keeps on changing with every moment. Thus it provides the acceleration. If you have gone and had fun with respect to the giant wheel, you might have known that the velocity changes with respect to acceleration. So that's all about this chapter. We'll be continuing a new topic in the next video. Thank you.